First thing is don't be thirsty. That's the biggest mistake by a man is being thirsty, chasing too hard. You know what I'm saying? And what works for me is not even giving people or even women just that amount of attention that they're looking for. Give them a chance to notice you and what you're doing. That's the simplest thing to do. Then when you see it going on, then you know how to approach it much better. But that's a confident, like I'm a confident person. So I'm never going after something. I'm sorry. So I'm never going towards it. I'm always patient enough to wait for it to come to me.
I feel like in dating, like if I could tell anybody watching this something is like, don't date nobody that feel like whatever you need or want is complaining. You feel me? Like usually when you go to somebody you're dating and you're having an issue, you know, if they really into you and they love you, their main goal is to solve that issue. If you find yourself like you feel like, damn, I'm complaining or you're nagging about needs that make you happy, then that's a red flag because that means you and that person, y'all having a problem with connecting. So don't force an issue. Like date somebody that could deal with you and when you around them, I'm not trying to make you comfortable because we are comfortable. I'm not trying to be comfortable because we are comfortable. I'm not trying to make you laugh because I'm already funny to you. You understand? Let shit flow. And I tend to date people and try to change them because I'm that arrogant to where as though I'm a Scorpio, I'm demanding, I could change you. I can make you affectionate, make you a freak, make you a hard worker, make you loyal. But the more I'm dating, it's like that's adding too much work to my plate. I should be dating somebody that is no work involved except for me providing and having a good time. And the rest should just be a bonus. So let shit flow.
But you gotta add on that you're dealing with a woman and that shit ain't gonna flow that easily. That's not even possible.
Because they always hit you with, it's always a 52 fake album or something.
It's a
bump in the road somewhere.
Yeah. I just feel like that it's always a next level. When you're dealing with most women, I can't speak on every single woman, but it's always when you get to a point, well, yo, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like with the men that I know, with the peoples that I know, we basically all want the same thing. You want a woman that you're gonna have sex with. You want a woman that's gonna be loyal. You know what I'm saying? All the regular standard stuff. And when you find that, you're cool with that. You want to be with that and be like, yo, stay the same way you are. That's why I fuck with you.
But everybody evolves though.
Look. But yeah, but the women is evolving much quicker than you. All right? So because she has her mind on things that we're not thinking about. It's not a bad thing. It's just a different thing. You know what I'm saying? So once they get in there and they say, well, we want to go here and this is what I'm planning on doing and you need to step up and all that. And then you say, well, you need to step up. And she says, well, I don't want to be with somebody that don't want me to be myself.
Yeah,
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me ask.
And that ties into, remember, he telling her what's wrong and she's resisting. Remember, dating is not about what you love about somebody. It's about like coping with the things that you don't like about them. Because marriages don't last because y'all both have the most chemistry and the sex is the best. It lasts because he or she could deal with your flaws the best. So good that they'll marry you for life and want to deal with them. See, dating with somebody is like, what's holding you together? Because see now, if I'm married to a woman, her flaws, her attitudes, her grumpiness, her food, her whatever she has to do with, her flaw I have to deal with and cope with them and make them okay. But if me and her are just dating,
you don't have to
no connection, what's the drive of me to stay if I'm not happy?
So in other words, you should have like you should be trying to figure out if you can take the baggage,
their flaws,
and if you able to like this is something I'm gonna be able to deal with for the rest of my life, or I'm not gonna be able to deal with this, right?
Because usually, right, like he's a fly dude, you a fly dude. We like fly chicks, and usually we meet a fly chick, right, and we see things that already bother us. Her comments is losing her comments. Her IG is crazy. She's flirtatious. She has male friends. And the dude will be so insane to still date her and like, I handle all that shit later. But in reality, that's building a foundation for gray hairs. Because I dated a girl before, right? And when I met her, I was like, damn, I hate her best friend. You know, I hate how her gram is.
I hate that. They hate the best
yeah, like,
friend.
and it's like, yo, know what it is though?
The hater.
I was so arrogant. I'm an arrogant dater. I feel like I could meet any girl, whether she's a top-notch woman, lawyer, or a straight whore. I feel like I could change that bitch because I've done it before. But as I'm getting older, I'm learning that when I see now, like example, you meet a girl, right? And you're like, damn, her best friend is a bad influence. In the beginning, now y'all ain't really fucking yet. So I'm like, but I can deal with that. You know, it won't be that serious. Your soul told you in the beginning, her best friend is a bad vibe for you. She's single, she hates being monogamous, she wants to be a lit individual, and her best friend is not with you. Yeah. And I thought that I could just be like, nah, her best friend, they won't affect this. But every day,
oh my God,
they're talking and texting more than me and her is talking. Right. That connection and that bond as a man, let's face it, you can't break that.
So you feel like when you talking to your shorty, you talk not just talking to her, but you talking to her and her best friend at the same time.
I feel like when you dating a girl with a best friend that's not pro for her being in a relationship and not pro for her only dealing with you and having etiquette and dating with you, you're taking a risk because as time goes on, I love this girl, but she's gonna speak to her best friend about all our issues. That's right. And her advice is coming from a woman that doesn't care about love or have love. I feel like when you dating a girl that's a beta and her friends are alpha, you are playing with ice that is so thin. Because the connection between a woman and a woman, let's face it, it might sound strange when I say this shit, but your girl could love you and could be your ride or die, give you a kidney. But the bond with that girl from when she was 14 years old will always be better than what y'all got. Now, some women could keep that separate and go, well, like, you're my best friend, I love you, but I'm married. But the beta can't do that. Because in her mind, she wants to make people both happy. I'll make my friend happy, still do what she want to do, and do things that might hurt my man, but I'll make my man happy by, making up to him a little bit. Buy him a gift, fucking really good. Now she's caught up. She's dating two people. I think that when you dating a girl as a single man, this is advice, make sure your girl is the alpha. No in between. Because you can never win that battle. Because remember, in her mind, when you long and gone, her ride or die still gonna be there. I want to hear Esso opinion about this though.
Dating a beta wouldn't work for me because my personality is very different, right? So you have to be a stronger style of woman to deal with me, right? So I'm not that style of man that's like, yo, don't curse at me, don't say that. Like I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I come from a different place. Life is short. I don't care, right? But the thing that I think that we're skipping when we're talking about the relationship is people skip over this one little word called compatibility. You know what I'm saying? So nobody thinks about these things. Like when you get a chance to talk to someone, you already trying to find out if you're smart, where they come from, how they're thinking, what you want to do. I don't need to know your whole goals, but did you go to college? Do you want to go to school? Do you got a plan? What's going on with you? Because for me, although I might be what y'all call a fun guy, I got values. I come from a tight family. You feel what I'm saying? So when I'm meeting some type of woman, she has to have something for me that's actually compatible before we get to the sex thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, but us as men, we don't really think about that.
You don't.
Compatibility is she look good.
You're right about that.
And I'll figure it out later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's it for me.
Because sometimes we think that sex could fix the compatibility. Going out, traveling. But at the end of the day, when the music stops and the DJ stop playing the music and the champagne stop flowing and she has her makeup off in the morning and her hair back, do you still want to fuck with her?
See, for me, and when I date, and how I've been going about it, I ask certain questions. I need, if you a woman that don't got no children, see, I'm 32, so I don't date the same like as if I was 21 or 20 years old. if I'm dating a woman that's in her 30s or late 20s, I want to know, what do you got? When you ask me what I got the table. I need you to put some vases on that shit, or some spoons, silver. Are you going to decorate the table?
Do you really ask women what they got though?
No, when I say what you got, I'm talking about like, what do you do? If you don't got children, what do you do in your spare time?
Okay,
do you go to the gym? How many jobs you got? Because if you don't, you just go to work.
That's a good question.
The whole 9 yards, like you can't even mess with me because I'm a busy person. I need you to be active. I'm a businessman. So one thing I don't want to get myself into, if I'm dealing with a woman, she just got a regular 9 to 5. She don't do nothing after that. I'm gone. Like I'm working. I know those times, that little gap is, as you said, she might have a best friend that's against, you don't need to be in a relationship right now. That's more time for her best friend to be plugging her in and giving her bad advice and then messing up what I got. Well, he's always out the whole 9 yards. You need to be active just as much.
But can I just ask you?
That's a little strict though.
This is my terminology.
Right.
If you knocking her head off the right way in that bed, I'm not worried about the fucking best friend.
Not yet.
But what if
she can't control?
But see, I learned in my life so that dick only keep a chick that value dick.
I'm talking about the best friend. I'm talking about if I'm knocking her head off on a regular basis, there's no fucking way I'm worried about her best friend.
No, listen, and that's cool.
She's not even coming. She's not even coming in my thought process. To be honest,
she's
not even gonna see her fucking best friend. How about that?
But listen, but
she's not gonna want to be with the bitch. She's gonna want to be with me.
But hear this out though.
But eventually, but my point was, if I'm always gone. See, one thing about consistency, it rules over everything.
Okay.
So as much as you, in the beginning, her friend probably can't get to her. You know why? Because she's stuck on you. But as you not being there, the more you not being there, and that friend just consistent. Girl, I'm telling you, consistent.
That means this bitch ain't got no
But see,
job or nothing.
I want to change this from the friend. But look, let's just change this whole
They
thing.
can be loving hip hop also.
But listen, let's just change this off the friend though. I think that we doing the friend thing is going a little too far with the friend because like we can't avoid that. Every girl needs a best friend. Mm-hmm. But I want to see. He just said right there, and I'm still young, but I'm still learning, right? I thought like that too. I figured that if I'm giving a chick good dick, right? Mm-hmm. I always thought if I'm knocking her fucking head off, she coming all the time, that's enough. That's gonna keep her loyal. See, only a female that values sex that works with. Some girls value money. So you might be knocking her head off, but she might want some money and get fucked for money. So good dick only keep a girl who values dick. Some value money. And them the ones you gotta watch out for. Cause she might love your dick, squirt, orgasms, but it might be a nigga, an older nigga that got $1,500 for her. And she might still love you, but she values the money more than the orgasm. And that's the dangerous bitch. Cause even good dick can't keep her. You nasty motherfucker.